My thoughts on the recent cuts in grassroots football are that it's scandalous. We're in the what, 21st century whereby we've got cuts right across the board, whether it be cuts within your National Health Service, you've got cuts to police, you've got cuts to, in jobs for nurses, you've got sure starts, children's centres closing down and getting cuts, and football for some people isn't important, but it's about creating opportunities for young people. It's about making sure that there's something for them to do, and one of the biggest things that I've read this week, Knowsley Council, who were just on the board of Liverpool as an authority, they took away chartered standards from all clubs in Knowsley, and they're going to get charged 100% more. I think it's £42 to add an AstroTurf for training and things like that, and that shouldn't be happening in these days. But I think at the same time, you've got footballers like Joey Bart, Steven Gerrard, Leighton Baines, and I'm talking about Liverpool and Everton players, but outside of that, you've got ex-pros like Gary Lineker and Ian Wright and some well-established names who were not mentioning it. These are men who grew up on grassroots football pitches, they learned their trade on grassroots football pitches, and they're not saying anything, not talking on Twitter. They're not giving the FA the stick that the FA deserve. They're not giving the local authorities and local football associations the stick that they deserve because I don't know. I don't know what their agenda is. I don't know why they're sitting there and allowing grassroots football to die away and allow people in authority within the football establishment to withdraw funding. Your biggest crime in grassroots football is the promise from the Premier League, who bring in billions of pounds in TV revenue, promising 5 or 6 years ago that they would give a percentage, I think it was 5%, and they've only given 0.7%. There's a guy who's based in Liverpool called Kenny Saunders. He's an ex-professional footballer. As far as he got to Liverpool reserves, he played for Knowsley United. I believe he's a cracking football player, but he's running the Save Grassroots campaign. You can find that on Twitter and Facebook, and he's really pressing hard to try and get people to back this campaign, to put pressure on the government to ensure that young people are given the opportunities and there's finances available to make sure that the game itself doesn't die, because without grassroots football you're not going to get Premier football in the way it has been in the past, and you'd only have to look at the amount of foreign players in our game and the standard that they are in comparison to what our professionals are. And I think the other side to it is the coaching aspect to it. I mean, I've got my level 1 coaching badge, which isn't really hard, and it's not a lot. But it was 170 quid, I think. But then you can go up in the categories, level 1, level 2, UEFA B, UEFA A, pro licenses and things like that. Now, when you look in the likes of Germany, they've got 30,000 day licensed coaches, and we've got 2,500 or something like that. You sort of take into consideration then what their football association deems to be appropriate funding and where they channel. And it's no wonder that the likes of Belgium have a really strong grassroots game. Holland has a strong grassroots game. Germany win World Cups, and we keep thinking we're going to win every time and don't do nothing really. So I think as far as grassroots football goes, it's a dying game. It's a dying game because the people who are in authority around it, they don't respect or appreciate it. They just want the money to stay at the top end and not filter down to where it's essentially needed.